Minute now. Yay!
And we are live. Good afternoon, world. Good afternoon. I say world, but a special good afternoon to the people in London who are about to get drenched. Oh, we're here today, myself and Sarah, the AA social media abstinence team.
I haven't heard.
And Wayne Collier is joining us. Wayne was
Hello.
with us last week.
How are you?
We're all fine. So we've got a great show for you today, as usual. And what are we going to be talking about? Well, I don't know about you, but I think we should be talking about why the political parties don't use social media more effectively to get more people to go out and vote.
Well, the honest answer to that is they can't do it when they speak via their press agent.
Here we go. How are we doing?
Via the media.
Absolutely. Do you know they need us? They should hire us. Sarah, you've become a bubble.
I've become a bubble, have I?
You've become that little face that pulsates when the signal's bad. It might be the weather.
Well, I can now hear you, Sarah, loud and clear.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
Oh, good. We're all here. So anyway, let's give Wayne a chance to introduce himself because he is our guest, and we always give. Have you sorted out the sound effects, Sarah?
I've sorted out what?
The sound effects. I'm going to introduce Wayne.
Gosh, yeah, I'm slacking today, love. You know, I'm really sorry.
Oh, I know you're not feeling too well. Sorry about that, but use applause.
I'm slacking. I've got the kids home. I wasn't expecting them home. Somebody said it's half term next week, so they're going to be here for a week. I don't know what to do with them.
They got inset day.
Yeah, something like that.
They don't really work, do they? I get slaughtered.
Sorry?
No, I'm not repeating that just in case no one heard it. Anyway, Wayne, applause, and I'll get Wayne to introduce himself. Applause. So we have Wayne.
Yeah, it's going to have to be manual applause today.
So Wayne, do tell our audience who are eager to know who you are. Well, they should know you are because you're on the last thing I recorded. Oh, there you go. Who you are and what you do. Wayne.
I think we've lost Wayne.
He looks pretty still.
Wayne, a hangout show with us unless it all technologically breaks down, does it? It's. Oh.
Well, you know what? I don't think it's us today. I think it's the ether because on my way home I had no 3G signal. The bus terminal's countdown system weren't working. There was a message saying it's not going. There just seemed to be some electronic interference going on in the cyber world generally. So it might just be that.
Well, we've got brilliant sunshine here, and you said it's going to rain in London. So in about 20 minutes, all of our internet will go down because we can't possibly have internet and bad weather at the same time. Gosh, it's a wonder we get anything done in the winter, isn't it?
Well, I think you're going to get rain pretty soon because did you get that storm yesterday?
Yeah, it was interesting. I watched my cousin in Andover say that there was a storm there about 11 o'clock, and then Sarupa Shah said about 1 o'clock there was a storm where she was, and I know she's the west of London. And then about 3 o'clock everybody was going, oh, there's a storm on the school run. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's taken half the day to travel from the southwest of England right over to the east of England.
Yeah. It was a pretty nasty one at that. Anyway, well, until Wayne comes back, we'll just have a conversation. So, Sarah, how's your week been?
Well, my week's been really good. You know, I've been preparing for today because I know Wayne does the follow-up cards. So instead of using social media to follow up and not get anywhere, he comes up with a concept of sending cards out that can connect the two of them together. So I've got lots of questions to ask him, and lo and behold, we've totally lost him now, and he's disappeared from the panel, not the piano. Gosh, I can't.
I thought you said piano.
Yeah, I'm like, where did piano come from? As I'm saying it, you know, I just.
Did you?
Wayne, where are you?
We had a little snippet of Wayne last week because we were talking to him at the business show. Did you see? I posted him up. You probably wouldn't recognise him. My close-up shots of people's faces. I'm so sorry. If you had got any closer to the camera, you'd have been inside it. But anyway, so if you listen to last week's show, you might have a bit of an idea of what Wayne does. But he's taken a UK take on something that's done very well in America, which is the send out cards. And so he's talking to businesses here saying, well, why don't we do that? Why don't we make more use of snail mail, given that everybody is a bit fed up? I don't know about you, but I think skepticism in terms of electronic communication is at an all-time high. It's almost like I think it's got to peak and then drop back down again as people start to realise how to sort their mail. But if that's what you're experiencing, if you're finding that you can't get through the wall of spam filters and people's resistance to yet another person, no matter how lovely you are, you're going to have to do something different. Marketing is all about interrupting people's patterns so that you get their attention. And if you send them a great little card for a birthday or even as a thank you, how many times do you say thank you to your business customers for doing business with you?
Not enough times.
Not enough times. Always on to the next sale, on to the next customer. But by saying thank you, often that person might buy the next thing from you, come back and repeat business, go and tell a friend just how great you are as a business, and say you've got another sale without any work. All you've done is said thank you. So that's an amazing thing that you can do. You can do it on or offline, and when Wayne comes back, he'll tell us about how to do it offline. So we've given him a big build-up.
Yeah, a big build-up, and we're not going to get him back, are we? We're going to sit here talking the next 20 minutes
cards.
about cards and how brilliant Wayne is, and Wayne ain't going to be here to be able to answer any of the questions that we had. Well, with that in mind, this is my latest shameless plug. I'm reviewing this saucepan. No, it's not a saucepan, it's a frying pan. Azeri sent it to me, and what's fascinating is it's got this green bit of felt in it. I don't know anybody who's ever bought a frying pan before with a bit of felt in it. Have you bought one with a bit of felt in it?
Isn't that packaging, Sarah? I'm sure you're not supposed to fry with that bit.
No, I don't think you're meant to fry with it, but you put it in the pan, right? This is a pan. It's stone-based. Yeah, not fried it yet. I'm too scared to. And you put in this thing like that. So it's like that. And then when you put it in the cupboard, anything you put on top of it doesn't damage the lining. These retail for 40 quid. I think my last saucepan set, the entire 400 pieces cost 40 quid. So to have a frying pan that costs that alone.
I've got a saucepan set, and each saucepan was £70, and they came in bags, so when you stored them, they had these nice kind of like, the only thing you get in Harrods, it was a wedding present, so don't get too panicky. And then if you can stack them, they protected the lining. Yeah, so these are good, because most of the time you damage your saucepans by putting another saucepan inside it. It's a good idea.
People, you've just witnessed the AA Social Show history. Ola did not tell me off for shamelessly plugging a frying pan that I'm going to review. Did you see that? She jumped into the conversation there and ran with it. The first time ever.
You know what, Sarah? I know you're having a pretty bad day. You're not feeling too well. I just thought, do you really need me giving you a hard time as well? You don't. So, big up my girl, Sarah.
Well, we seem to have half a Wayne back. We've got his photo come up. Nothing else, though.
He's dead, Jim.
Say something, Wayne, if you can hear us. Anything.
Wayne, life as we know it, it's just not happening. Wayne, if you can hear us, hang up and try again. Sometimes if you kind of disconnect and reconnect several times, it finally gives you a good line. So if you can hear us, hang up and try again, rather than just waiting. We don't know if you can hear us.
No, I don't know.
He must have done it. He's waving. Excellent. Speak.
Oh, he's back.
Say something.
How are we doing?
There you go.
You're becoming very intermittent. There we go. You're very intermittent.
We have visual as well.
Yeah.
So Wayne, before you get cut off again, start talking about what you do, because we done all the build up. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe he's gone again. Oh, he's back.
Is he back? No,
he's back.
Right, quickly, talk about what you do.
Quick, Wayne, get it in before we lose you again.
Quick, it's Wayne. Wayne Collier from Help to Follow Up. Can Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Jolly good, jolly good. Right, well you keep breaking up my end. Obviously the cows keep sitting down in the field.
What?
The cows keep sitting down in the field. We lose connection.
Oh, okay.
Very
Yeah,
rural, very rural where I'm from. Very rural.
England.
Right. Well, we do appreciation marketing via sending out cards to people, a polite way of saying thank you. Nowadays, there's not so many people don't get around to saying thank you. So how many times do you ladies say thank you in a daytime?
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Just make us feel guilty, why don't you?
Well, I have to. Someone's got to stay in the corner. There's two of you.
I say thank you all the time, Wayne. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you.
Sarah has a couple of questions to ask you specifically about how your send out cards work. So if Sarah far away so Wayne can answer them before he disappears again.
Okay, Wayne. I've experienced your send out cards, so that gives me an advantage compared to other people.
Right.
Firstly, when you send out your card, do you get immediate feedback from the person, or is it a slow build? Because I know you send them out after networking to demonstrate how they work. So can you just tell us a little bit more? Because I don't want people to expect to send one card saying thank you and, you know, the appreciation marketing immediately comes into effect, because very few types of marketing have an immediate result like that.
Well, this hasn't got an immediate result. There's no such thing as an immediate result, really. Everything is a slow burn. It's just another way of helping you build that rapport of that like and trust with a potential customer or with an existing client, of building long-term relationships.
Sorry about that. My daughter's in the corner singing. She's on Stampy.
Something at her.
Yeah, good old Stampy Long Nose and Minecraft.
There we go.
Anyway, look, Wayne, was he gone again? So, Wayne, you're saying it's a slow build. So how many cards on average would you say a person would expect to send before they've really built that relationship through appreciation marketing?
Between 5 and 6.
Oh, that's not that many. That actually is not a lot when you think about it. Sometimes, you know, you think of a drip campaign, you can send anything up to an email a week for a year.
That's right. But it's because it's that much different. You know, you're getting, instead of having loads and loads of emails coming into your inbox and you deleting some of them and you're looking and saying, oh, I got one from so-and-so, it was exactly the same. It's just that uniqueness to be that little bit different.
Do you know what I think is really, really good about cards? Is we have this thing about physical things you can touch. It's like if somebody gives you a book, you're less likely to throw it away than if they give you a business card. If somebody sends you a card, you're more likely to treasure that than if they gave you a letter. Because it just says more effort has gone into producing this. And this is a bit more substantial. It has more value. It's an immediate sit-up, isn't it?
It is, and it's also, it comes down to the message that you put inside. Too many people go straight in that they want the hard sell, that they're trying to sell a particular service or product. So it's very much on building a relationship that you're introducing yourself and your company to them.
I have one of Wayne's cards here.
There we go.
Yeah. I did come quite prepared, and inside this is Wayne's logo, and inside, oh, wrong way, he's got all of his advice and tips. So as you can see, it's really useful, and I've not thrown it away. I've still got it. I've also got another one which I can't put my hands on. No, I tell lies. I can. There we go. So they come in lots of different formats. Now, this one has got a photograph of Wayne in it. So if you met him at a networking event or some other place offline and you get a card, you can connect the person that you spoke to with the person that's sending it, because quite often you get a business card and then you have an email and you can't remember, because you've spoken to so many people, who that person actually is. And I've got this feeling that nobody can hear me.
No, I can hear you. No,
I can hear you.
we were listening. I was just thinking, Sarah.
Oh, I've never known you to be so quiet. Is everything okay?
That's because she's gobsmacked with my photograph.
No, I was just thinking it comes with a health warning, really. I wouldn't put your picture on it if you've got a face for radio. You know, so.
Well, I have got the face for radio.
No, you've got a lovely face. So before you send your scary picture to your customers, you might want to get a model to pretend to be you.
The only side, at the end of the day, people have to, they have to like you for what you are. And I think sometimes it's a bit like having a professional video done and having George Clooney step in for you. People know that. Oh,
George Clooney.
I'm sorry, if George Clooney's in your video, people will like you because you know George Clooney.
Not if they know the real Wayne.
Okay, Wayne, so I've got these two lovely cards from you.
Yes.
Am I allowed to promote Wayne's cards here on this show now, Ola? She tells me off for the advertising.
Okay, for the final time, Sarah, we're allowed to promote the guests. It's their gift back for showing up on the show.
So,
well, as a gift, I'll send you both the card.
Now, these have got your logo on, Wayne. How much of the cards can be actually personalised? For example, I have somebody who comes coaching with me, and I'd like to send them a card. What can I do on it?
Everything that you'd ever want to do. You can alter all the graphics on the front, you can alter the words inside, you can put a signature in there, you can colour code them, you can design them, you can do exactly what you could do with a normal sheet of paper.
Okay, I've got this blue one here,
Yes.
and you just mentioned colour coding. What colour is this one in the sequence?
It's upside down.
That's upside down, that one. There we go. Well, you can use any colours that you want. So you can upload and you can change the Pantone colours. You can use whatever print colours that you like.
So, well, how much does it cost to send the card then? Is it very expensive?
It's not expensive. It's a total cost of £1.60, including the stamp.
Okay.
Including the stamp. Wow.
There we go. So.
Right, there has to be some sort of drawback, because £1.60, which is about $2.50,
Yes.
is incredibly cheap, especially when it includes postage. So what's the catch, Wayne?
There isn't a catch. The only difference is that all the cards are posted out from America, so you're on a 7-day turnaround. So if you're rural like I am out in the sticks in Essex, some of my mail takes 7 days normally to be delivered by the post office. But you're not going to get next day delivery. So you've got to plan ahead with your strategy of who you're contacting, and if you're following up with a telephone call, you've got to allow the time. So it's not instant that it'll be there tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, I think most people, where they fall down in their marketing is not having a strategy. So if you're doing your marketing properly, then you should have these dates marked in your calendar. Working back from your end date, you then will be able to plan when they would need to go. Is that something you can do on your system? Can
yes,
you
you can. The whole of the system, you can put dates in, you can do everything that you can normally do with an integrated CRM system. So you can book your birthdays in there if you want to send a birthday card. You can do reminders to remind you that you've got to do and send something. You know, the whole system is integrated into the modern world, just sending what I class as the old-fashioned card.
Mm. And you say that it's all integrated, Wayne. Would I be able to import my contacts from Facebook into the system?
Yes, as long as you can put them into an Excel sheet, you can upload them. So it's no different from loading into a MailChimp or into any other email system.
So that's very handy to know.
So, Wayne, what tips and advice would you have for people to integrate the send out cards, so like the snail mail, the real world mail, with their social media? You know, because obviously social media is what the show's about. It's still a tool to be reckoned with, and we're seeing this as something that enhances. So, what tip would you offer to people to enhance their online engagement?
Well, the same, nothing has changed in this world over the years. The wheel hasn't been reinvented. You've got to have a strategy and you've got to have a plan that you follow through. And unfortunately, because we're all human, most people don't stick to their original ideas and their plans. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people don't even make a plan. It's all done on an ad hoc basis. And if it's done on an ad hoc basis, what you get in return is this sort of scattergun approach of just doing a little bit here and a little bit there. All into the planning of whether you're doing a social media campaign on Facebook or Google Plus, to whether you're sending a card or you're sending an email. There's got to be a reason and a plan behind it.
So you totally concur. So one thing, just to give people some ideas, you're thinking, well, if I'm going to go away and follow a plan, what do I put in my plan? One thing you could do is, so we've all really moved away from this numbers game on social media now. We're not there looking for numbers, we're looking for genuine engagement. If you've been engaging with somebody maybe once or twice, maybe you could take them off the platform with a card. You could, you know, say, hey, can I have your... Send them a direct message on Twitter and ask for their email. You say, I'd like to send you something. And then say, I want your postal address. That's going to be an interrupt in the first place. Because most people are going to think, hang on a minute, you don't want to email me something? Say, no, I'd like to send you something in the post. Say, okay, we'll give you your postal address. And then they get a card. Now, that's going to be a real connect. Because you're actually saying, I acknowledge that you're a real person outside cyberspace.
That's true. Very true. But obviously the hardest part for someone like me as a man is approaching the lady and saying, can I have your address? Where most business cards to a certain degree nowadays don't have, in a lot of cases, an address on there. So
if you said to somebody, can I have your business address? If that person works from home, they'll either have a PO box, which is their business address, and they'll get their mail, or alternatively, if they're quite happy to use their home address as their business address, then they're not going to have that kind of worry about it because it will be publicly available as their business address. So, so I think if you keep it on that business footing and say, actually, can I have your business address? I've got something that I'd like to send you. You know, you can even say it's a card. I don't think there's any harm in you saying it's actually a thank you card. I'd like to send you a thank you card. And I think, oh, that's lovely. Because we're going to be anticipating it.
And what we tend to do is I will send a card out to people as a thank you for meeting. I may then send one with different sales statistics or ways that you can use the cards. But ultimately, we will then design a card to fit in with your business. Might be using your images off of a website, maybe your strap line, to give you an indication of how you could use a card.
That's really good. I think that is exactly what real engagement is about. And Sarah, you can come in here. Isn't this how we use content anyway? As we take people through the sales funnel. So think of your content now as not just being online. It can be offline too, which it always was. And so you can move people through your sales funnel by having that interrupt in and out of being on and offline.
And I think if you've got your content, like I'm just looking at which one of Wayne's here is, he's got 39 reasons to use help to follow up cards. Now that's a list post on a blog, you know, that's something that's incredibly powerful and useful for people that gets shared quite a lot, but actually in real world format. And again, I've kept it on my desk for the last 3 weeks because it's too useful to throw away. So you've probably got quite a lot of powerful content online already that can just be copy and pasted into the cards. Can you do the copy and paste function into cards, or
Yes,
have you got to type it in?
Yes. No, it is, you can copy and paste.
That's excellent. Okay.
Just make sure you only copy and paste your own stuff. Don't go out robbing other people's stuff.
Well, if you're going to rob other people's stuff, at least have the decency to rewrite it.
That's right. Or acknowledge them that you're using their material.
Absolutely. There you go. Anyway, Wayne, as I said to you before Sarah came on line, I have to go to my son's graduation, who doesn't actually want me to come, and he spent all day telling me not to turn up. But he does, really, doesn't he? He wants me there.
You've got to be supportive.
Or even annoying.
Right. Well, before we shoot off there, Wayne, where can we find you? Where's your website? Where on social media can we talk to you?
You can do www.obviously helptofallowup.co.uk or at helptofollow-up on Twitter or help and the number 2 follow up on Facebook.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's already a link to you in my post that I put up last week. This week when we'll put all your links. So if you're watching this video, you just need to look below it for all that information if you didn't get a chance to write it down. I think this is an amazing product that people should really use. As I said, we're all about interrupting those patterns. We want to get people's attention, and what better way to do it than with a nice piece of physical artwork that you can send for less than $2, or yeah. No, it's not less than $2. It's less than £2, and not quite $2.50. My conversion rate.
Our international currency and
less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah, especially if you buy it from one of those people who don't pay tax.
That's right.
Less than a cup of coffee. Thank you so much for your time, Wayne. Ola, enjoy your son's graduation.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better soon, Sarah. You're looking quite perky, so I know you put a lot of effort to look happy and cheerful on the social.
I'm trying.
So I hope you're actually feeling better soon. I'll speak to you in the week or in the weekend. I'll message you. Wayne, thank you again. Love you.
No problem at all. And look forward to getting my picture in the post.
I will.
Take care now. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.